Hi friends, it's Susan Campfield with SueStampfield.com. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I wanted to share a fun project with you today made with the Hamburger box again. I used the Hamburger die to make a puppy dog. You might remember from one of my previous videos. And so today we're going to make this adorable hippo. So let me walk you through how to do that. We are using the Hamburger box die. It's a new die from Stampin' Up. It is an XL die, an extra long die, and it also has a lot of score marks. So those two things require a couple of extra pieces. So we're going to use an extra long cutting pad for the bottom, and for the top we'll be using a premium crease pad. The premium crease pad is like the normal cutting pad, only it's bendy. It has give. So when it cuts those score lines, it doesn't cut them, it scores them. If I use a regular cutting pad, it will cut through. Usually with the premium crease pad, I find that I need to add a shim, either a piece of cardstock or the plastic vellum piece that comes with, I guess it's plastic I would call it, or the plastic piece that comes in the box when you order your premium crease pad. So I have gone ahead and I've cut out my Hamburger box die. I'm using Smoky Slate cardstock. We're going to use some punches. I love punch art, and we're using the 1 1/4 inch punch. This is very similar to the puppy dog box. A lot of the same punches with a few added in for the teeth and the ears. So I'm using the 1 1/4 inch circle punch out of Whisper White, and then I added a layer of Pool Party punched out with the 1 inch circle punch, and then using the 3/4 circle inch punch I did the basic black for the pupil, and then I used that 3/4 inch punch also for the nostril. And then for the teeth, I used the banner punch. Then I also used the small oval punch, and that's for the ears. And then again with the 1 1/4 punch, I punched one circle, and that's going to be the eyelids. When you get the Hamburger box, you do want to, after cutting it, you're going to want to poke some scissors or paper piercer through the slots just to widen those up. That's how it closes, is with the little prongs that go right through those slots. So you need to widen those a little bit. Let me show you the inside of our adorable little box here. So we open it up and it says "Love Ya," and we have some Hershey Kisses inside. I think there's less Hershey Kisses here than when I started, and I know I didn't eat them, so I think my 12-year-old son might have something to do about that. I'll have to chat with him about that. Anyway, the Love Ya comes from the Just Sayin' stamp set and the matching word bubble framelits, and those are super fun to use with punch art. If you are a fan of punch art, that would be a great set to pick up along with the matching framelits. The method that I'm using for the Hamburger box, I have a separate video on that, on the best way to assemble the Hamburger die. And I would like to thank Jen Arkfeld, another demonstrator who came up with this brilliant, in my opinion, way of putting the box together by cutting the flap. And then I was inspired with the punch art animals by another demonstrator, Betty Trasiak. Demonstrators have access to a great website called Stampin' Connection, where we share ideas with each other, and both of these gals shared some wonderful ideas that helped spark my imagination here. So I wanted to give them a shout out. Thanks so much, and I'm going to put this together and I'll be right back. I have my Hamburger box all assembled now, and I've got my glue dots in hand, and I am ready to assemble. Here we go. And there we go. There we have our Hippo. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'll have the full supply list of all the punches on my website, www.suestanfield.com, and I'll have a link in the description here to both Betty Trasiak's other animal creations she made with the Hamburger box and with Jen Arkfeld's original video about putting together the Hamburger box. She did it with sticky strip. I also did a video on putting it together with fast fuse, so I'll post a link to that as well. Thank you so much for stopping by, and go make something great. Bye-bye.